That's how I want to see Blake Griffin play. Create fouls, dominate in the paint.
All year, Fish. What a great fabric guy Lance Thomas is for the New York Knicks after a year where he shot 44%. He's dealt with a ton of injuries, but they missed him this year.
And we missed him last year when he missed some games. And Lance Thomas is a utility guy. You know, we have a lot of 3-and-D type guys in the league that have done really well in the league in recent years, but Lance's ability to guard multiple positions, improved as a perimeter shooter, able to knock down the corner threes, and has stretched that out to the wing as well. But just day to day, a guy that holds other people accountable, approaches his job as a professional, takes it very seriously, and he's the type of guy that every coach would want to have on his team, and I know Jeff Hornacek loves having him as well.
Chris Paul will take a seat here.
He wants to ask him what that was in that last.
All right, deal.
We'll send Lisa up there for that. Austin Rivers trying to find Spates. He does, and Spates throws it down. Play for fans at home who did not see the in-between quarter entertainment.
Oh, the truth is in the game. Oh, good move by Austin Rivers. Good move by Austin Rivers. Put him in the blender. Contact with the defense and the foul.
Austin with a nice job working Plumlee on the switch and getting himself to the free throw line.
Right here, Austin Rivers with the cross left, cross back to his right hand, absorbs the contact with the finish. And a lot of people question Doc Rivers' decision to sign his son a few years ago and bring him to the Clippers.
Opportunities at the 2 spot against another team's bench player in the 2-man role, I think has opened up his offensive game.
Yes, they definitely rely on him a lot. He's a smart player. You know, doesn't really take a lot of ill-advised shots, even though he shoots that 3 right there. And it goes in. As long as it goes in, it's a good shot.
Minutes, but as the injuries kind of piled up, I think they lost their ability to have that continuity from lineup to lineup. And so, yes, here late in the season, you do have to find a way to still impact the game in terms of efficiency the way you do offensively when Chris Paul is on the floor. But also Chris Paul is a high steals guy and a guy that causes problems on defense. So this second unit, as you see, they can score. The minutes per game that they play, they still put points on the board, but they do have to be able to get those timely stops, in particular when they have the 3-headed guards on the floor and guys are trying to post up and take advantage of those guys on the defensive end.
We talked to Doc Shack, and he talked about the disruption of what the injuries were doing, how they were making strides, and then those guys had to play, but they had to play a different way with Chris's hamstring and thumb injury, and then Blake being out with the knee procedure. So how is it that in this last 10, 12 games for the Clips, how is it that they reestablished that rhythm?
Well, you know, it was well said by Doc. You know, a lot of guys are playing out of position, doing, you know, being asked.
I'm glad you guys are here.
No, it wasn't. Line picking first time.
It was the exact same play.
Exactly.
Was not.
Thank you, Fish.
Was not.com.
Plumlee with a good job just standing up. Austin Rivers right side. Works on Holiday to the middle. Lefty on the way. Good.
Great move ball.
Very familiar. And that's, you know, one of the positives of Austin Rivers shows that ability to get to the rim. Reason why being in the triangle offense would necessarily be a negative for him, as opposed to maybe another big guy who isn't as skilled of a player as Chris got to.
Austin Rivers, great job there, getting into the middle. Nice touch.